let's get to some questions, Lonzo, that have been piling up from past shows and just questions that, I've had. And once again, if anyone has any questions in the chat, shoot them to me, shoot them to the chat, and I'll copy and paste them. But you mentioned I had some bad R&B producers on my team. Can you name some of them and give us some background? And you mentioned that you introduced several of them to Dr. Dre as well. Can you go a little bit deeper into your R&B producers you used?
William Zimmerman, we called him Willie Z. He was out of Monrovia, California. He was one of the main guys for Leon Silvers of the Silvers. He was on the producers for Leon. He played saxophone. He played keyboards. And he was my in-house guy as far as engineer and musician. When MIDI first came out, he was a master of that shit, and he knew how to program and sync up everything. He was he's still a smart dude. He lives in Texas now. Booker Matlock. Booker Matlock was a keyboard player and engineer who played with New Birth for years. He played with New Birth. He played with Marvin Gaye. He played with a lot of cats back in the 60s. He got into the game and got him a state-sponsored vacation for a while. And he came here to me and started doing his community service and worked with me. Keg Johnson. Keg Johnson wrote a bunch of hits that from the 70s. L.A. Dre. L.A. Dre was a local Compton celebrity. I've been doing since junior high school to high school, and he would hang out at Eve After Dark, and him, Stan the Guitar Man, all these guys we all grew up together. We all grew up in the same era, and because of my relationship, Dre got turned on to him, and that's a lot of what you saw in the Ruthless days and Death Row days.
Okay. So do you know if any of them worked on any specific songs by any chance? Anything on the Chronic that we would know, or any?
L.A. Dre worked on a ton of stuff.
On
L.A. Dre worked a lot. He worked on a lot of stuff for Michel'le. He was one of the main guys for Michel'le, along with Laylaw. Laylaw, rest his soul. In fact, L.A. Dre, rest his soul as well. Also worked on Michel'le, and he wrote for Michel'le. And L.A. Dre, keyboards, music director for Rufus on the Michel'le album. And then Laylaw wrote a lot of songs. I think he wrote Something in My Heart and Nicety or something to that effect. So all these guys got super credits.
How much more can an artist make if they're an all-around musician, as meaning they rap, they write, they produce their own work, versus someone who just comes in and I'm a rapper, I'm a really good rapper?
The all-around guy, like a Prince of rap, his potential is endless, because not only will he be doing his stuff, he'll be doing other work for other people, just like Prince did. The guys who just do great rappers like Ice Cube, who has to have a producer, you're going to be limited, but you can focus on your rap career and expand on other things. So everything has its plus and minuses. Cube is a great writer, a great rapper, but he don't produce. He don't do a lot of other people's stuff. He worked with people like Dub C and the other brother Mac 10, but I've never known Cube. Yeah, I've never known Cube to be a writer for anybody. Maybe he has, other than Eazy E. Put it that way. I'm sorry, other than Eazy E. Whereas Dre produces everybody, but he rap, but he ain't really a rapper per se. He does. He don't do no tours, but he can hold his own on the record. But he got tracks with everybody. DJ Quick is probably one of the only guys you can think of that does all of it. He raps, produces other people, writes his own stuff, and he's an all-around guy. He got a whole bunch of cats he's produced. He performs. He does his own music. He's probably one of the most underrated guys on the West Coast, because he is that talented guy. He has his own sound. His sound ain't created by nobody. That's his sound. You listen to a Quick record, you know it when you know that little boing, you know all of the guitars, you know all the things, all of those signs they indicate it's a quick record. Whereas, and he samples, but he don't sample that much. Whereas a lot of early Dre stuff with a lot of samples, and you could tell a Cube song. But Quick has lent his sound to other people like Tony, High C, Second to None, Penthouse Players. He's done a lot of stuff. So that is the difference. You have more versatility, which gives you more revenue streams of income to generate from. But again, Cube is focused on his rap songs. He can, because he's focused on this rap, he can do this basketball thing. He can do the movie thing. So it all has his plus and minus. There's no right or wrong way to do this thing, man. There's no right or wrong way to do it.
Someone wants to know, from your point of view, did Jerry really genuinely love Eazy, or was it more of a business relationship?
I don't know, man. You know, when everybody's winning, everybody's in love with everybody. When everybody's winning, everybody's in love. Everybody in love. When you bring in me checks and you bring me a big old fat check, and I break you off a fat piece of that fat check for your pockets, oh man, ain't nothing but some love. It's the hard times that really show love, man. It's the hard times that really show love. And that's the part a lot of cats, everybody in love, along with everybody on the streets, let the brother go to jail. See how much love he got. Same thing. Let him realize, oh shit, you paying for what with my money? You did what with my money? That's still my money. But I love you. Oh, no. Wait. Why? If you love me so much, why is this happening? Why is that happening? Hey, man, it's all, as long as you cutting up checks, you're cutting up love.
Do you know if Eazy and Jerry ever went through hard times at Ruthless, or did they pretty much hit the ground running and it was a windstorm? They were making buku bucks until Eazy passed. Do you know if there was ever any hard times? Because obviously in Straight Outta Compton, we see Eazy selling weed and all this stuff that everybody around him said was BS. But did you know if they experienced any hard time?
Well, you know what? Hard times, I wouldn't say hard times. If you're talking about it from a financial standpoint, I don't see that. I don't see that. The first album they had was JJ Fad, platinum. Michel'le, platinum. N.W.A, platinum. Eazy E, platinum. So I don't see money being an issue, but that extra attention that you get from the FBI, from the haters, from the hood, that can put a damper in your success. So financially, I wouldn't say they had no hard times, but collectively, Cube, Arabian Prince leave. He out for soon to get off a tour. Cube leaving.